Stay back, stay back. I don't want the COVID up here. It's quiet in here now. What happened to that fucking drunk girl and that other girl I've never talked to before? Who are you? Who the fuck are you? I don't know why I keep telling them that I want to go second, but they make me go third. Ruins my mojo. They ruin all my jokes, so then I just gotta wing it more. Give it up for Justin Paulson and Jake Pearson. Those guys are way hard to follow. But I do know that when they come to town, they do send out a message to lock up everybody between 8-year-old girls and 12-year-old boys, because these two look like sin. No, they're good dudes. They're just not as cute as me. I gotta cut this short tonight. I just got drafted by the Space Force yesterday. Is that a real fucking thing? Space Force? I've never... What do? You get a fucking astronaut helmet, or you gotta wear a mask on both sides of your head? I don't get it. I made a trip over to Mason City today, the River City, where the dirty kids are here from, and I missed my exit again. I wish I was making that up. I literally missed my exit again. I was on the phone with my wife, and my attention span's about what was I just talking about? And I go, fucking shit, fuck. And she goes, what? Did you miss your exit again? I mean, so like she knows this is. How do you do that? I don't get it. So anyway, on the way over there, over on this fence post, I saw this hawk. You know, I usually don't pay attention to where I'm driving because I can't stay on the road very good. So I usually pay attention. I look over, there's just a hawk on the fence post with this ass facing me, or whatever it's technically called, and it had red feathers down on its tail, and I thought, oh wow, that's cool. I don't grab my phone because I don't drive distracted. But I instantly thought, geez, when I get back to Britt, I'm gonna find a picture of a hawk with red feathers on its tail, and I'm gonna figure out what kind of bird that is. And then about 10 seconds later, I'm like, boy, am I gonna be pissed when I flip on my phone and type up one picture. Yep, there it is. It's called a red-tailed hawk. Oh, fuck. Who would have guessed? Red-tailed hawk. I mean, life was a lot easier back when they were naming shit now. I mean, now you go up in the middle of the street, they got this big disc thing that weighs like, what do they weigh, Vans? 1,000 pounds? But that's a storm sewer entry point cover or something. Why would it be just a fucking manhole? Like, things were so much easier back then. You know, back when I was young, I was just weird. I was just a weird fucking dude that everybody just kind of left alone. I was the right fielder, the right one, the center fielder. He was amazing. Blaine Barker, anybody remember him? That fucking thing? That guy could catch everything. I didn't even know what was going on. But now with all these fancy terms they got, now I'm what do they call it? I have severe anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, raging alcoholic loser fucking short order cook. I just want to be fucking weird again. But I got a Jeep. Anybody else got a Jeep out there? They're awesome. They look neat. I know that I'll never get stuck. My mom's got one. She fell out of it and broke her foot. I think that's what happened. But they really suck. The windshield wipers are terrible. I'll order the most expensive ones. I don't care. I just want to be able to see out the fucking front window when I'm driving. Is that a big deal? But no matter what I pay, they still don't work. But that back one, goddammit, that thing clears off mud and everything. I just wonder if I can set the cruise in reverse. You guys know I'll drive the Mason backwards. I don't give a fuck. But they ride like shit, so no, I'm not driving that over there. I need about a 2-mile head start to pass a fucking semi because of the 3.8 little engine in there. That's what else? So you got to take the back seat out if you want to go to the grocery store and get more than 2 cases of beer. And that only lasts a couple days with my wife around. So I always think, can I just borrow your car? Her car's awesome. That fucking thing screws, kid. And that thing, I pulled up today, this Camaro pulls up next to me, and it's shiny and shit, and he pulls up, and it was getting hot, so I rolled down my window, and I looked over, and he's got sunglasses on, and he's looking at me and that thing, and I got my Max on. I don't know if they're fast or not or whatever, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, fuck, he thinks I want to race, so I'm waiting. It turns green, and I just kind of give her a little bit, and he's staying in my blind spot. I'm like, he's fucking with me. You're going through Clear Lake, you're going back west, and that lane ends, you got to turn before you get to the OP. So I finally checked over, he's still in there, so I just stomped on it and it squealed out, and I almost lost control. But so in my mind, he thinks I'm an asshole, but I literally just wanted him out of my blind spot. But her car, it has these seat warmers. You guys, any rich people out there with seat warmers? Girls, do you like them? Guys, I tell you what, I know you like them, but there's no fucking way you can have them on high for more than 20 minutes or 22 minutes. Because if you do, you drive say you drive 2 hours, you go to Waterloo and you keep it on high the whole time, it will melt your testicles. You will get out to go to the bathroom, and it'll be like a water balloon down there. They're liquefied. You gotta turn it down to low and then eventually off, because them things are fucking hot. Let's say you're driving out say you don't have much feeling in there, and you're driving out to Wyoming, and you got 10 or 12 hours and on the high there, and that son of a bitches, your nuts will be incubated into 2 little baby fetus. By the time you get out there, you have to go to the doctor with your nuts all big, and they're just gonna drain them. Like, hey, it's just fluid, as they're throwing 2 little fetuses in the toilet, like we're in the California bathroom. No, I'm sorry. Pro-life or whatever. Jake didn't do a very good job of talking about the weed. I did have a couple weed jokes. Justin had some good ones today. I'm not saying I smoke weed. I'm really not. I mean, it's illegal in the state of Iowa, so you shouldn't. But I'm not saying I'm a pothead. But I used to have stage 11 glaucoma. I mean, I was blind as fuck. And now I can see. Yay! I only wear these glasses because they make me look smart. Covers up some of the bad decisions I made. We recently went out to Colorado.
Yeah.
We had fun. You couldn't really do anything. But if you're driving in my car, you get the radio, which doesn't work for me if I can't sleep or I have to hear some songs that my son likes he likes some decent music. And don't get me wrong, right? I try not to be a music snob. I just know what I like. But I'm trying to sleep, and I got my AirPods in, and like 6,000 songs in a row. I looked up there and it said something featuring Drake or something doing blah blah blah. But all you hear is do do do. Jesus Christ! Let me drive! So he goes, you wanna fucking drive? Brody did, you wanna fucking drive? Yeah! Mom, move over. He fucking jumps in the back seat. I grab the wheel. I'm like, fuck! I gotta jump over and drive. But at least we didn't crash, and at least I didn't have to listen to that shit anymore. And then you go out to, and then we get out there to have a little Thanksgiving, and a couple of our Colorado relatives showed up. Boy, I tell you what, they don't fuck around. You just come back in, you're still coughing and looking for the goddamn redness relief drops. And you don't go ahead now? I guess so. Jesus Christ. I lost my lighter, and I ended up losing my eye drops. So my niece says, "Oh, you want to borrow some eye drops?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she fucking slings out this thing that's about a quart, shaking it all over. You know, my eye drop is about this fucking big. She's like, "Hey, I just bought this yesterday. It's half gone." Geez, they're for real about that shit. Everybody have a good time? Make sure and tip the bartenders, and they got a tip jar up here also. We're going through COVID. We all need a little extra money. Thanks for coming out. Thanks to you guys for doing this impromptu. That was kind of cool. I had a few things I wanted to tell. So give it up for Justin and Jake, and get your asses home by 10 o'clock, or the governor's gonna pistol whip your ass.